What is going on, YouTube? Tyler here with False to Neutral Media, and alongside me, my co-host, my brother Trevor, and we're going to get into Unadilla. What a race! What did I say? Unadilla.
Who's Dilla?
It was a great race. How do you, what is going fuck? What is going on, YouTube? Tyler here with False Neutral Media, and alongside me, my co-host, brother Trevor, and we're gonna get into this past weekend at Unadilla. But yeah, we're gonna get into the 250, 450 class. What should we start off with first? We do normally start off with 250, but should we start off with 450 this time?
We can start off with 450. I think my thing is we expected to be talking about championship wrap-up. It was in the stars. It was foretold. We got one championship wrap-up. We got the 450 class all dialed in 1 round early, nice and pretty, feeling good about it. And that's because I believe Jet Lawrence is an alien. I don't think he's from here like horses. I won't elaborate on that one. They're both aliens. And I truly believe that. When you watch the weight distribution and technique of Jet Lawrence as he's passing people, and he's like skipping brake bumps like it's its own rhythm section.
Oh yeah.
And he's just using the momentum of the bike. It's hard to imagine anybody battling him. But of course, we got his brother putting up a little bit of a fight for at least a couple of laps. But
no, yeah, Hunter was looking absolutely phenomenal. They came together a couple times, and it's just like that's good, just good racing. You know, I know Jet and a lot of the 450 guys, they all race, you know, very clean and stuff. But hey, when it comes to brotherly love, Hunter is not afraid to, you know, bang some bars with his brother, which is like, you know, it's really good to see. And I mean, like, it's always awesome watching Jet ride, just like you said, like what he comes up with, the body positioning and weight distribution, and just his style. He was just cruising on that, you know, those kind of final laps as we saw. But just want to say from us, Jet, congratulations on winning the 450 championship. You are now a 2-time 450 champion. That is insane for his second year on 450s. And it's, I mean, not just insane, but it's like we kind of all knew. And I think you are spot on with what we were talking about, how you're just saying like, dude, he's breaking records. He's come so far from that 250 class when he had those years of constant like going overboard and learning and crashing and stuff. But he's just one of the greats. Do you want to definitely touch up on that, because you brought it up when we were watching the race a little bit ago?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, you know, are trying to put Jet into some sort of box. And like I say, the only box he belongs in is the freak box. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature. There's nothing normal about him. He puts his leg over a bike and becomes one with the machine. I don't get it. You know, we've even talked to people on this podcast. They're like, yeah, I don't understand it. I've looked, I've studied him, but like the movement that he makes, the way he accelerates the bike, it's all in sync. It's all perfect. And I don't think him winning the championship is insane in any stretch. I think what was more insane was that fucking pass on RJ Hampshire.
Dude.
The outside, not safe if you leave it open. The inside, not safe if you leave it open. The middle, not safe if you leave it open. The motherfucking brake bump on the uphill that your bike is fighting against, you're not safe if you keep it open. There's nowhere Jet can't pass you.
Yeah.
Like he's proven it this season. We watched him in Moto 2. get like a 5th start, and you see him like lean his head up and he goes, "Oh, there's more track." And jumps right into the lead. And like, you even
Yeah.
have Weege on there going, "I didn't even see him. Where
Yeah.
did he come from?" But it's like, this dude is spotting ways to pass that we all would go, "That wouldn't work because physics." And Jet goes, "I'm going to slingshot myself and bunny hop through the air off of a braking bump and position myself into a double right into the turn. And I'm already standing and going off the next section before you even know I've made the pass."
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching people actively checking over their shoulder for him as he's passed them already. And they're
Yeah.
like, "Where are you gonna go?" And it's like, I already went. Right? RJ was fully ready. He's sitting there going, "And now a time to prove my honor and my worth." And I'm gonna look over because I'm blocking the line. And he looks over, no one's there. He turns around, Jet's already got a 5-second lead. And
Almost
he's like,
hit his back tire too.
yeah. And he sits there and he's like, how is this happening? And this is what I'm saying. The premier class has some of the best in the world, and they are puzzled. They don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah.
And people can go, "Well, you know who else does that?" Actually, Chase Sexton. Finish a season, and I'll agree. I want him to do it just as much as you do. Trevor, what do you think's wrong with Tomac? Do you think he's old? My God, I'd be terrified if I was Tomac out there. We should just give him the props for being there.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's no diss. Brother, I saw a post the other day where somebody went, "If I could tell anything to Eli Tomac, it would be, we're just happy you're still doing this." Brother, he'd beat your ass. He'd be like, "Don't fucking say that to me." But it's true, right?
Yeah.
Tomac, we're just happy to see you riding the bike while other people are having a bad day. Like,
Right.
dude, watching him get the Achilles injury killed me because I was like, "You earned this. You have conquered. You're fucking right there."
Yeah.
Achilles injury. And then everybody after, "Well, I would have just retired right then. Why even come back?" Like, he's hearing these, dude. I imagine he's like in Dune when the Harkonnens are like in the water and he's just hearing the whispers about court. Like, they're just like, "Eli Tomac and he's like, the whole room is just the whispers of like, the Achilles injury is mounting pressure." And he's like, "I'm gonna come back and get top 3 every goddamn race."
Dude, yeah,
We
going
should be
3-3,
happy.
man. That
We
was
should be
awesome.
happy.
Yeah.
We should be happy. He's crushing it. Jet, Hunter, they're just doing something different. 450 class, it was a gauntlet. That Moto 1 was interesting because we had none other than the motherfucking legend himself up in the mix. You know who I'm talking about.
The German white chocolate. Ken Roxon.
That's right, the German white chocolate.
Dude,
He
he
came,
was throwing some
he saw,
fucking whipper tails on press day, bro.
he was throwing them. But here's the thing.
Tell us.
I haven't heard why he pulled off Moto 2, but I feel the answer is tired. Fuck it. What do you mean? What do you, we would have heard by now if Kenny was like, "I fucked my shit up." Kenny was like, "Moto 1 was good. My hand, he hit the fucking thing. I know I saw him post that." I don't think that's why he pulled off. I think he pulled off because he was like, fucking
Fucking
tired.
forgot the inhaler at the fucking house.
And you know what? Good on the lad. Good
Dude,
on the lad. You gave us a good first moto.
He
Go
was
rest,
fucking
brother.
ripping, dude. Ripping. It
Yeah.
was awesome to see. Cause then you sit there, right? And you go, someone that just been watching, hanging out with family, riding like here and there, just staying in like the basic shape.
Top 5 start.
Prado, you can do this. Like, you can do it, man.
Are
Look
you
at the
saying that
like.
your litmus test of Jorge Prado is if Ken Roxon can come off the couch and be top 5, pull it together.
Dude,
That's an incredible
you
thing.
fucking
You're
you,
starting to talk like me now, and I like it.
but it's like, bro, like you were up there. You had like we're up with the top 3 in Moto 1, Moto 2, and then you get passed by a couple names and read the back of their jerseys or something. I don't know. The bike has it, dude.
I've come to the realization that I know what's going wrong. It's evident that Jorge Prado must have offended some sort of fey spirit, and they have cursed him. And there's some sort of curse that when he gets passed for 1, he must be passed for 2, and 2 becomes 3,
Dude,
3
what?
becomes 4. Because it's some sort of rhyming curse, right? And it's like, it's rough. It's rough. But dude, you're not wrong. When I can watch Ken Roxon come out, go 5 and 38 and finish right behind you, and finish right behind you in the overall, and finish right behind you in the overall, hey man, shit's feeling pretty rough with the 15-12, huh?
Yeah,
It's feeling pretty rough, man.
It's starting to get to the point where people are starting to see like it's not the bike, brother. It ain't the bike.
But that's the thing is, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
right?
no one
We've
does.
talked it into the dirt. I don't know what it is. I feel the same way about Jay Coop, right? Where I'm like, we saw you strong coming in from Supercross, where like, dude, you were even giving Cooper a run for his money, right?
Yeah.
You were giving Cooper Webb a run for his money. Now we're seeing like, it's just not holding up. And we are seeing really good performances from RJ, but I don't know. I guess looking at the Prado thing, you tried. As a matter of fact, can you give me a second?
Yeah,
I'm having a
sorry. Here, let me
conversation.
mute my mic.
Prado, brother. You called for Bannerman and I answered. Do you understand? You said, raise the banners high, those who would follow me into hell. And brother, I am sitting here in the flames, scorched to fuck. I followed you into hell and you have abandoned me. My flesh is scorching. I can hear the wailing of sinners. It's over. I've burned myself because I wanted to believe in you until the very end. But it's okay. We will regroup. We will go to a burn center and treat our wounds. And we will come back for a top 5 next season or whatever. Maybe they'll send you back to MXGP. I don't know, dude. Vial gives him a championship, and we're like, Vial, where are you going? And he goes, my future is sealed, like some sort of cryptic knight. I like the MXGP riders and how they answer questions. We're like, Vial, where are you going next season? And he goes, wherever I go, it is finalized. And we're like, brother, we're American. What the fuck does that mean? Right? He's like, wherever my path leads me, it is set in stone by powers unbeknownst to me. And we're like, Honda, like we're trying to fucking figure it out, man.
Dude, there was a post that I saw, one of the an old pro rider, actually not too old, but he stopped racing Supercross, motocross, and getting hurt and all that, and now he does golf. And Jet, I totally forgot his name, and I don't want to butcher it if I'm wrong, but Jet commented on his, it was like the top 1, and he said to him like, you're living my dream. And it's like, bro, like he wants to golf too. I mean, every time I was at a race on press day, he had his clubs everywhere. Literally had his clubs everywhere.
Why did we think when Jet was planning his comeback, he was setting himself up with all these business ventures, going to Met Galas and stuff like that, right?
Dude.
We look at RV. He came out, dominated, and then was like, you know what, dude? I'm good. I'm watching Jet pack these wins up, smash records, and he goes, I don't need to have the most wins. I needed to have enough to get what I wanted.
Yeah.
And he does. He literally does. He wrapped up this championship this weekend. And I don't know about you, but it didn't feel like his undefeated season, obviously. There was no big, yeah. It was like, check, done.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he did at the finish line. Check and done. I have no doubt that he'll probably defend his championship against Deegan, slam the doors. And this is what his mindset must be. Slam the doors and go, there's nobody else. What,
Right.
you want me to go do MXGP? Why? I did that already.
Yeah.
Because he did. I've already raced MXGP. I've already come over here and raced. I've already done Australia Supercross, right? He's done all of these.
Yeah.
What's next for Jet Lawrence? What do you mean? He just signed a deal. He'll probably just race out his deals. The dude's an alien. The dude gets on a bike and just can't be touched most of the time. He's been beaten, sure, but he's dominant, right?
What would you think would happen? Say his contracts are all done and everything like that. Like, if he went to another team, how good do you
Not
think he'd
happening.
do? I know it wouldn't happen, but I just like, yeah, it definitely won't happen. He'll forever be on Honda, right? Honda will never get rid of him.
I'm
but
pretty
it's
sure
like,
there's rumors going around that he just signed one of the biggest deals.
no, he did. He's literally never
so-
leaving Honda. What him and Hunter have, like, I could see Hunter maybe switching teams eventually. But not even that, just because the brothers, like, everything, they're dominating. Might as well stick with the team that's working. And listens to, what their feedback is or what they need on the bike. Like, if everything's working, yeah, it's not gonna happen. But I wonder how, like, I want to see him like on a YZ450F and just see what he can do on a Yamaha or like
Sure,
even
I
a
mean,
Cowie. But I like just a
Sure.
different bike wise. Like, I don't know. I think that'd be like kind of interesting to like see and have hit like at a like the new bikes that come out. I know this will never happen, but it would just be cool
Sure.
to see what he could do off the Honda. My
Mhm.
God. I don't know. It would never happen, but it would be
Yeah,
cool to see.
I think for me, one, I don't think there's ever going to be a team change, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to be on record about that because besides, I could think of Trey Kennard, Kevin Windham, Ricky Carmichael back in the day. When is Honda really stacked championships like they're doing right now and wins like they do right now?
Yeah.
Right? They got Joe Shimoda. They have Chance Hymas when he comes back. They've got a solid team. I don't think
Yeah.
Honda's looking for anybody because Joe has shown more consistency than Hymas.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about injury. I'm talking about pure performance, whether he's hurt or not.
Yeah.
Joe is always constantly in the fight. So for me, I think Hymas's contract would be on the chopping block. Joe Shimoda just handed you a second place in the championship and beat the possible champion next week if all things go 17th and better, right? The dude won for you at Redbud,
Yeah.
right?
And
Like,
let's get into the 250s and talk. Yeah, let's talk Joe. Because
Sure, let's talk Joe
250s,
right
yeah,
now.
we got a lot kind of to talk about, just with a lot of things that we're thinking, stuff that you brought up. But yeah, Joe looks absolutely freaking phenomenal from that race, having a, what was it, 35-second lead and gap
Mhm.
off second
Mhm.
place Hayden Deegan. That was, I mean, yeah, he is normally really good at getting good later in the series, later in the season. But as we saw, like, dude, he won the Supercross round 1 at Anaheim, looked phenomenal, got his fingers hurt, and that set him back. But
Set him back to what? Top 5?
yeah, top 5, top 10,
You get
depending on how much he had to use it, not too
dude had
bad.
straight up broken shit.
Yeah.
Raced every round. Still top 5, top 10, right?
Yeah.
The dude powered through. He's shown us, I've said it on this podcast over and over. Joe Shimoda has the speed to be a champion.
Yeah.
He does. He's not as reckless as the others. I think Joe Shimoda rides like a smart and calculated Levi Kitchen. In terms of if Levi left the reckless abandon when he tries to push through the field, he would ride more like Joe Shimoda does. Joe is calm and calculated and doesn't take crazy risks, but he looks for the flow in the track. Like that's
Yeah.
evident from his riding style. So like when I've been watching Joe, I've been saying it on this podcast, you've said it before, but I'm like, Joe does have the speed to contest with Deegan because Deegan is brash, Deegan is emotional, and Deegan gets into that. I don't think that bothers Joe at all in the slightest because I think Joe's just competing with himself. So I think Joe has the speed. I think he's finally putting it together. I don't know if he's talking with the Lawrence brothers. I don't know who he trains with, but whoever he's training with, it's working dividends. Now,
Yeah.
with that being said, I've heard some comments being made recently about Hayden's performance in the motos. We've seen Hayden's dominance when he is literally in last, coming back up to first. I didn't see a lot of fight in Deegan this weekend. I
Oh yeah.
just didn't see the Deegan that we're used to seeing, whether it's he doesn't like the track or whether it's what, I've heard, which is, with Weege coming out saying that if he wraps the championship early, he'll hop on a 450. Could be reason for Deegan not to press so hard so that no critics could be like, now that you've wrapped it up, are you going to do it or are
Yeah.
you a pussy? Like, he doesn't have to deal with that anymore. But I still think if he had wrapped up the championship this weekend and had been like, I'm racing a 250 next weekend, people will get over it. You already announced you're going 450s next motocross season. We're good. Save yourself up for SMX, go get the bag, defend your supercross, and let's hit 450s. Everybody probably would have said that. Now, the moto community can sometimes pile on when we expect there to be no resistance. So it could be that he didn't like the track. It could be he was having an off day. Could be that he didn't want to deal with media. Doesn't matter because Joe Shimoda was ripping. He looked
Yeah.
great. He had great body positioning into the corners, out of the corners, maintaining speed through all those difficult sections, rutted to shit. And he did good, Tom Vial did good. He did way
Yes.
better
Yeah.
second moto.
Yeah.
And it was good to see him out there. We saw Julian Beaumer was top 10 first moto, top 5 second moto. Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get a little bit more out of Kitchen, a 10-10.
He was trying that last moto though, like, and then
Before he went
going down. Yeah, Kitchen Moto 2, he was looking really good. It was like, okay, here, this is the the Levi that we like seeing and have seen off and on. But yeah, he went down, made that little mistake, and it cost him. And I feel like, yeah, it's just been a little bit of a roller coaster with him. So whether it's bike stuff, mental, we know that he'll probably get it out of his head. He is great at outdoors, but I think some of these riders are kind of saving their energy for the rounds for SMX. I know that there'll be like a little break after Bud's Creek before then, but like Garrett Marchbanks was looking phenomenal. Absolutely
5-5.
phenomenal. So it's awesome to see that. I know what is it? Adams, Ty Massapool was back as well. You know, so we got a lot of the PC Cowie guys, the Team Green guys out there, which is nice. With Then we had Cole Davies. Cole Davies was out there. I thought we were gonna see a little more out of Cole. It was our first time kind of seeing him on outdoor track, and
Right.
with him being off since that really bad crash he had during Supercross. So to see his finishes, that was like, oh, you know, that sucked because, you know, Cole Davies is awesome. I've seen him even ride in person at Hangtown and a couple other tracks, and the dude's just phenomenal. But I,
Unadilla, a hard track to start your motocross
yeah,
career off.
that is a very hard track. I thought he was going to come back at Ironman with a lot of people. Then we had
Dudney.
Dudney. Dudney looked
Caden.
phenomenal. Caden Dudney looked absolutely phenomenal. You know, coming back from back to back broken arms. And he was absolutely shredding until, you know, he made that little mistake and dropped him down a little bit. But you know what, dude? I'm excited for it. I think Star Yamaha has an amazing roster within 250s and 450s, even if Hayden goes to, you know, moves up to 450s, whether it's next year or 2027. You got Davies, you got Thrasher, Pierce Brown ended up getting hurt after coming back, like we talked about, and that was rough. And then another thing that was super rough, we had two riders go down as well. Michael Mosman, bro, I don't know if you saw the after pictures that he posted today. Man, I mean, even the crash, that was a fucking slam.
I think my opinion's the same as our guest last episode. Uh, you know, talking with CJ and agreeing. I think you need to take care of your riders. You
He
know,
was on the ground for a while.
it is rough to watch the video I saw from somebody's phone.
Yeah, that was
That video was
bad.
rough to watch. It's also rough that there are rules that you can't touch the rider
Yeah,
until medical. I get that. I get it. As a medical professional, once right at being a paramedic and EMT and all that, I get it. That dude needed some help.
yeah,
That dude needed some help and needed some help quick. Nobody expects situations like that, so I can understand why people are timid to kind of get involved. And there's a lot of things that you can do wrong when you get involved. But with that being said, I would like to think that the track crew and everybody did as much as they could. But I do agree, like, it is getting rough to see these riders back to back gnarly injuries like this.
yeah,
Is it because the sport is advancing at such a rapid pace? Is it the technology of the bikes that is advancing? I think it's an interesting thing to find out, but one thing that I think is more important is making sure these riders are okay, whatever that means.
yeah,
Whatever that means. And I don't want to shy away from it, whether that means, you know, riders having an understanding or an equal footing on the risk versus compensation should something horrible happen.
yeah,
um it's a complicated thing to talk about because then you have to get into insurance and stuff, and people don't want to know my opinion on insurance and how this system operates. It's brutal. I mean, we all live under the same world. We know how shit goes. We are seeing
yeah,
tracks get closed because of insurance. We know how it goes. This sport is dangerous. It's one of the last truly dangerous sports that hasn't been super heavily regulated. It hasn't had riders coming together for the benefit of themselves. It is very interesting to see the sport in the current state that it's at. Um, because I think by far we're seeing so many life-changing injuries in this sport that I do think that it merits a conversation of how we handle it. And I think if you come to the table with the discussion of I just want to take care of the riders that do what I can't. I want to take care of the riders that entertain me every weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, that includes the dude that's getting lapped by Jet Lawrence on his fucking last lap and cross running him, and he's getting revved at. All riders, if they're putting their necks out and they're going on a track that I have no business even trying for my entertainment and we're paying it, I would hope that it would be paramount to everybody involved that we take care of those riders before they get on the track, while they're on the track, and when they get off of that track, whether it's on their bike, whether it's on their feet walking off, or whether it's in the stretcher. Anyway, we should be coming together and supporting our riders. And that's not a political conversation. That's not a debating conversation. We should all believe in the betterment of
Yeah,
our fellow moto community.
I
And
agree.
that's where my opinion lies on it. I wish Michael Moseman the best recovery.
Yeah.
My God, I feel fucking horrible. I feel fucking horrible. You know, the dude has fought through so much. And it hurts to see.
Yeah.
And it hurts to even think about the sport evolving at such a rapid pace that some people are getting caught in the combine of it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like, is the sport is getting to such a fast advancement that you have these people's bodies just being tore up in the combine of the machine as it gets faster and faster, right?
Yeah.
So like you've got people like Tomac being like faster bikes, and I'm like, do we need faster bikes? Because I'm watching people get mangled, and
Yeah.
it's rough to see. It is rough, and I know people will be like, "All right, pussy, then don't." Dude, I've been watching this forever. I've seen gnarly crashes. I've broken more bones than I can count doing it.
Over
But I did it as
27.
a, but I did it as a hobby, right? I did it as a kid.
Dude, can you believe that?
The
You've broken over 27 bones? That is a
Yeah.
fact. Over 27
But
bones.
right, but as somebody who's gone through pretty gnarly dirt bike accidents, as that is stated, like, dude, I was doing it as a hobby. I took the risk on. This is what they do for a living.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what they do for a living. So it's like, yeah, I do think there needs to be a conversation about if somebody has their pro card and is entertaining and makes the night show and crashes and hurts, they shouldn't have to worry about their home being foreclosed on.
Yeah. And that
You
goes,
get what I mean?
yeah.
That's it. That's
Factory
it.
or privateer, doesn't matter. It should all be, the same. But no, yeah, I hope he gets better. He cut his eye open, had to get some stitches. He was pretty banged up, he said, but he did say other than that, with I think it was a minor concussion as well. I think it's a little bit more than a minor. I could have read that wrong, but yeah, he had a pretty good concussion. So he's definitely going to be off the bike, obviously, and so we hope he heals up and we see him back on the bike when he gets a clear and okay. And then we had Harrop. Harrop went down. It was there was a lot going on at the time with the TV or the broadcast, so it literally showed him on the ground. He was holding, I believe, his left shoulder, his right shoulder,
Mhm.
on the ground. It looked like it was on the side of the jump. I don't know if anyone caught that, but we're hoping that he's okay. That was definitely a bummer because it's always good seeing him. That track was absolutely gnarly. The only person making it look fun and easy was the Lawrence brothers and probably Tomac and Joe Shimoda.
And Joe Shimoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, other than that, dude, that track was insane. But I'm excited to see what happens come to Bud's Creek. It is the last race. Hayden, I think, is like what you talked about earlier and how he, was kind of taking it easy. We just weren't really seeing the Hayden Deegan that we were expecting to kind of close the championship. So it's going to go right down pretty, I mean, not really close to the wire, because even if Hayden goes 2-2, goes 3-3, he'll still win the championship.
Sure. But I mean, goes down in the first corner, gets 18th the first moto, has to send it to the second moto and hope that he gets us. There's a lot
Yeah.
that can happen where it's like, okay, dude, maybe pushing last moto was what you were supposed to do. Because it's this. Dude, how many times has he gotten on the bike and elevation change or whatever is fucked up the bike and the way it's run? You really never know with these. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be that he was having an off week. Could be he wanted to chill and bring it home next week for a 1-1. Who knows?
Vial was, you know, like we talked about, he looked amazing, really good. Forkner not doing too bad. The PC guys were looking, you know, really good. Oh, you know what? Dylan Schwartz, 44 for Bar X. I think he did go down. I don't know if it was either Moto 1 or Moto 2. He ended up going down, so hopefully he's okay. I don't know if it was anything serious, but Dylan, hopefully you're okay. Heal up, and we see you for the final round. I think everyone there was just trying to get through it, get through the day. It was a lot of track changes, I bet, from practice, like qualifying, practice, and all the way to the main event. So no, but I'm excited for Bud's Creek. Before we wrap up, do you have a pick for Bud's Creek for either your top three or your top winner?
I think Hayden's going to come out and 1-1 it. I think that's his game plan. We'll see if he can execute it. I think Joe will be second. And I'm going to say Seth Hamaker for third. I think he's been doing good. I also think Marchbanks has been doing good, so I could see them up there. And Tom Vial if he can keep it up. That's what I think's going to happen. I think Bud's Creek, we're going to see a different Deegan, and he's going to slam the doors on the championship. But if things go bad, I think Joe Shimoda's in a very good spot right now.
Yeah,
but
I definitely
17th or worse, right? 18th or worse will screw Deegan, and I don't see him doing that unless it's out of his control.
Yeah.
For 450, championship's already wrapped up, brother.
Yep.
I see Hunter getting a win.
Yeah. Jet, let the little bro get some cake, you know?
I see Jet pulling wheelies all moto.
You know what I'm thinking? Is Jet's already cinched it up. He knows his brother wants it. He knows RJ wants it, and Tomac probably wants it, especially going 3-3. I think Jet's gonna let those three play.
Watch Jet's gonna come out in 1-1 and say nobody gets any happiness.
No one gets this. I know that he lost, you know, 3 rounds. So we know he's not obviously winning every single one, but he's probably going to make a statement like, next year I'm winning every single race going 1-1 and trying to pull that record again.
Hey, Godspeed, brother, man. Godspeed, brother, man.
And I did even talk to Dane Pappas. That man's on 250 now. He has been practicing. I know, I'll make that short, but he's been practicing. So be on the lookout for him. He is going to be crushing it. If you guys enjoyed, definitely leave a like, leave a comment, keep those notifications on. That way you know when we got content posted. And we will see you after Bud's Creek.